Howdy folks, this War Thunder video is going to be a little different than what you're used to seeing on my channel. This is going to be a commentary of a dual engine out situation I got in flying my He111 in simulator battle, along with losing control over my elevator surfaces. So a little backstory here, I'm on a bombing run, I'm approaching their airfield, and the Spitfire comes out on my port side behind me and gets some really good shots on me. So we'll start from here. I'm really trying to lay into him with my machine guns here. This is pretty much the last pass he makes on me though, and pulls away afterwards. Here you can see him start to make a last couple bursts. At this range, not very effective and pretty desperate. Right here is where I decide to drop my bombs. I'm clear of any friendly targets, so I'm not too worried about stray bombs hitting something. And it's really necessary when you're in an emergency situation where you really need all of the performance you can get out of your aircraft. This is the point in which I realized that the damage to my control surfaces is pretty severe. Beyond this point, I haven't really noticed. As you can see, my plane is pitching really uncontrollably, and if I had left this, it would have definitely stalled and probably would have killed everyone on board. Here, I start to modulate my flaps and throttle to keep control of the aircraft despite having no control over the elevator. When you throttle up, the increase in power pulls the aircraft forward, creating more lift over the wings, and so you start to pitch up. When you reduce throttle, you can reduce the amount of lift you have over your wings and start to pitch down. And of course, using your flaps will create more lift, nosing you up. You may have seen me begin to bail out there. That was twofold. It was to check that guy's name, and also because I was starting to give up hope. You can also see me start to roll the aircraft in order to control my altitude. So as I said before, the only way currently that I can lose altitude is by throttling down, but I can't afford to lose the speed. So you have to lose altitude somehow, and so by rolling the aircraft, you reduce lift in the horizontal plane and increase it in the vertical plane, which makes you lose altitude and change azimuth. And by modulating back and forth, you can kind of average out the direction you're facing, as well as reduce altitude. Here you can really start to see me oscillate back and forth to control altitude and kind of average out the heading of the aircraft. I'm starting to really try and keep an eye out for the airfield. I haven't spotted it at this point. Here you can see that despite leaking oil, both my engines still do have reserves in them, and they are in the correct temperature ranges. Here you can see and hear me really start to modulate the flaps and engines. It's becoming increasingly difficult to control the aircraft at this point. However, I do still have a reasonable amount of control. We're about to switch over to the point in which I begin narrating as it happens. You'll hear me get a little more frantic and a little more crude. It's a pretty stressful situation. Can't lose altitude. Very difficult. I haven't even made visual with my airfield yet because I'm a dum-dum. Okay. Alright. Let's do that. Get that nose down. Steady. Let's find that airfield. Where are we? Be off. Okay, let's get that nose back up. Nose down. Should be direct front. Let's see. Directly in front of me, maybe off to my left a little bit. Still don't see it. Dude, am I blind? What's going on? It's probably a friendly aircraft. Engines are doing fine. To my right. Alright, let's do something a little retarded. Put that down. Dude, where is my airfield? There it is. Okay. Eyes on. Okay, water's overheating now. That's not good. Is my wing on fire? Always been on fire? Engines are dying. Right, eyes on the airfield now. Get the airframe shake. The engine's dying. It's out of oil. Oh, I'm so close. I'm starting to lose control here. It's really depending. Alright, that engine's dead. We're about to die, and this one's about to die. Port, almost dead. Starboard is hyper dead. Alright, I think I can make it. We'll see, though. This is bad. Alright, that engine's about to go. Both engines are about to go. Still running. Fuel consumption is normalish. Okay. Check that, not normal. Yeah, I pretty much stopped using fuel at this point. Oh man, this is bad, fellas. This is why we don't fly bombers. No, a good pilot would have bailed out. Safe pilot, rather. I think I can still do this. Alright, both are dead. Both are dead. I'm going to attempt a gear landing, however. Well, maybe I should not. All the manuals I've read on the BF-109G2, for example, say in an emergency like this to land belly, so you stop with hydraulics fail. However, I don't think hydraulics fail in War Thunder, so, or if they do, my hydraulics are good. Wheels are an air brake though. I should really have feathering controls set, because I am, big props are acting as an air brake right now. Or an engine brake rather. It's taking force to spin those and in turn run the pistons of the aircraft, of the motor. Fellas, this is going to be a close one if it's good. Put this gear down. Alright, let's try to get some nose forward. Nose up, maybe a little bit. Gotta really modulate those flaps. I'm bleeding a lot of speed every time I do that. Using about 5 kilometers an hour each time. Fellas, I think we may have it. I think we may have it. Alright, this is it. Come on! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, my heart rate. Fellas, my heart rate. GG Spitfire. GG. Alright folks, that's it. As you can see, it was a successful landing. That Spitfire was not accredited with a kill, and that was one of the more interesting things that's happened in the last couple weeks playing simulator. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.